Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast. We back at it, NFL previews. Today, Max, we're doing the NFC North.
The Aaron Rodgers NFC North.
It's been a while, man, since we seen a NFC North division without Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre. What, 20?
Something years.
20-something years.
It's been a long day.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button, man. If you guys are enjoying this content, you guys are enjoying this series, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Comment down below, all that good stuff. Now, let's get right into it. Over-unders, NFL previews, you know how it goes. We're going to start off with the team that won the division last year, the Minnesota Vikings, bringing back Kevin O'Connell, Wes Phillips as OC, and Brian Flores.
New DC.
New DC. All right, last year record. 13-4, first in the division, lost in the wild card round to the New York Giants.
We called that one.
Yeah.
So over-under's 8.5. Man, that's looking pretty good right now. But start us off with the key additions one.
Jordan Addison out of SC. My number one receiver coming out of the draft. DB Byron Murphy Jr. coming over from the Arizona Cardinals. And an edge, Marcus Davenport, coming over from the Saints. Some of the key losses, Dalvin Cook, as you guys know, free agent as of right now. We're doing this video. Maybe he's signed by the time this thing comes out, but they lost him. And Zadarius Smith wound up going to the Cleveland Browns.
It's kind of a loss for them.
Yeah.
Just offhand, the 8.5 is just really appetizing to me because, one, this team went 13-4. They have the best player in the division that's not a quarterback named Justin Jefferson. Might be the best player in the division.
Yeah.
You pencil in for, 1,800 yards, 14 touchdowns, 110 catches, something or other. Mm-hmm. It looks kind of weird without Dalvin Cook, but Alexander Madison, I think, will do a fine job filling in. Overall, man, there's a lot to like about this team. And when it comes to the division, I think it's a two. No. Do you think the Packers have a shot to really contend? I know we're not talking about them, but let me rephrase. I think it's a 3-team race with Detroit,
Vikings,
Packers.
Okay.
But I think they have the inside track because they have the most continuity. They have Kirk Cousins, who's a good quarterback. Like, don't get me wrong, it's wide open. I feel like Aaron Rodgers being gone is everyone team's like, oh shit, we can win.
I remember I convinced you last year.
Yeah, the Vikings were good. Yeah, they're good this year. I like the O-line. Darisaw was really good. Add another weapon.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see.
Look, I like the Minnesota Vikings last year. I like them this year. Okay? They got one of the best players in football with Justin Jefferson. I do think he's going to have a career year.
I mean, can he?
Yeah.
He already had a career year.
I think he's just going to keep on getting better and better, man. One thing I don't like about this team. Number one, Kirk Cousins. I think it's a big reason why they lost that playoff game. Number two, their defense. Not good.
I like the pieces they added, though.
Yeah, they added Brian Flores. That's probably the biggest piece, but I don't really see it as far as playoff football goes. And for them to have a good regular season, okay. But we need to see something from Kirk in the playoffs, like a deep playoff run. And as far as right now, he's just a quarterback that can't get it done flat out.
Yeah. It's weird because last year they were favored to win. They lose the year before against the Saints. I think maybe a couple years ago against the Saints.
They won.
They were underdogs and won. But yeah, he's got to step up. I mean, I don't want to blame him for all the team's problems because he's not. Mm-hmm. But he could definitely play better.
Another guy that they wind up losing is Adam Thielen.
Yeah, old reliable, huh?
Yeah, and they essentially replace him with Jordan Addison. Do you like that combo of Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison?
I do. Jordan Addison's not my favorite, but he's probably an improvement over Adam Thielen this late in Adam Thielen's career.
Yeah, and then they move on from Cook. That means Alexander Madison is slotted in to be RB1.
He's had some practice.
I like Madison.
Cook. Yeah, he's had some practice filling in.
Yeah, Madison is going to be fine. I think he's going to be good for the Vikings. Their offensive line, really good.
Getting better. Yeah, Darisaw, Cleveland, Bradbury, O'Neal.
Yeah. They've been beefing it up the last couple of years. So that brings us to the over-under, 8.5.
I love it. Over. Love it. It's an easy one.
I'm going over also. I think that's it. Gimme. It would be a lock if we're doing locks. Let's go ahead and move on in this division, all right? The fucking surprise of the year last year, it seemed like, the Detroit Lions, who open up against the Kansas City Chiefs to start off football.
Not a fun.
Yeah. Head coach Dan Campbell coming back. Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, those two guys coming back. I think it's a huge win that Ben Johnson stayed with the Detroit Lions. I think he's a phenomenal offensive coordinator. I thought he did wonders last year.
Aaron Glenn really kind of righted the ship towards the end of the year.
Yeah. We're calling for his head after like week 5.
Yeah.
But Ben Johnson got the Jared Goff experiment to work with Armand St. Brown. Last year, 9-8, second in the division, missed the playoffs by just this much, man. Just this much. So if it wasn't for the Seattle Seahawks, they would probably be in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Storylines. Shit or get off the pot? Explain that one, Max.
I just think it's time for this team to really push all in. Like you've gotten better and better. It's time to like push. Don't take a step back. That's my point. And then I would say Jared Goff, like they clearly trust him, but they also are kind of hedging the bet because they drafted Hendon Hooker, who's going to pretty much redshirt this year. So I don't know. I think Goff's kind of found a little way to, be a good quarterback, where it's not totally relying on Jared Goff. And they got some guys who are going to help them in the run game. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. With their upcoming defense and
are they division favorite? They have the higher over under total for wins than 9.5.
Yeah,
I think that's too high for them.
I want to pull up their schedule. Maybe
it's
a weak schedule, but
I'll tell you the first 5 games.
I don't doubt it.
Seattle, Atlanta, Green Bay, Carolina, Tampa, Baltimore, Vegas, easy dub, bye week. The first 8 games, what do you think they go in that schedule?
Man, I can easily see them going 4-4.
I don't think that's bad though for them.
Yeah, they do have a tough schedule though, Max.
I think they could beat Seattle, Atlanta, Green Bay, Carolina, Tampa. Maybe they go 5-3.
Yeah.
Oh, 6. What if they go 6-2? They just lose against the Ravens and Chiefs.
Right. And then they end off the year
with
pretty decent. That's not too bad.
It's not that bad. Yeah.
So I can see why their over-under is like that. Some of the key additions that they have, they fucking blew the top off the draft with this pick. Jahmyr Gibbs.
I know.
Out of Bama. So high.
And then Jack Campbell.
Linebacker out of...
well, they definitely got some up-and-coming linebackers. Iowa, right?
Yeah.
They got Rodrigo. They got him. They got Kirby Joseph, who's really good.
Yeah.
Who's their cover guys? They got Cam Sutton now, I think.
They got Cam Sutton and Emmanuel Mosley.
Yeah, better than Jeff Okudah, who's going to probably be out the year.
Yeah. Cam Sutton.
I feel bad for them. They got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He's out. Yeah. I think he's going to be gone the whole year.
Yeah, so that's tough. Don't really get to use C.J. Gardner-Johnson this year. Some of the key losses, Max, go ahead and go over it.
Jamal Williams, who, it's a running back, but he meant a lot to their, persona and stuff. And then DJ Chark.
All right. Any other thoughts on the Lions, Max?
What do you think is the strength of this football team?
I think it's their running.
I think it's their O-line. I think it's their trench gameplay. Liam McNeil, solid. Yeah, I think Aiden Hutchinson might really pop this year.
You think so?
I wasn't a big fan.
You sound like Joey right now.
I know I am. I'm being a fucking loser, but I like Aiden Hutchinson. He's pretty good. Kirby Joseph, I can't say enough about him. I'm going to go under the 1 because I think 9.5 is a lot. It's a little different now that you're kind of expected. Mm-hmm. When you gave me the schedule, I was like, ooh, I kind of like that, but I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go over. I'm high on the Detroit Lions. I'm a little higher on Jared Goff than you are.
Can I say, when I say under, I don't mean they're going to go 2-12, 15. I'm going to say they're going to go 8-9.
It's more the number for you.
Yeah.
I'm going over. I have confidence that this team can win double digits.
I forgot they're losing Jameson Williams to 6 games for betting.
Yeah, I know. But we'll get him back at some point.
I can't wait to see him.
Yeah. And I'm a huge fan of St. Brown. I'm a believer in St. Brown.
MJC kind of guy.
Yes. I love that dude, man.
I think Jameson's going to help him too. Oh, shit. That guy just ran by me. Oh, there goes Amon Brown underneath.
Yeah. And the combination with Jahmyr Gibbs, who you're a big fan of, I'm a big fan of too. I like Jahmyr Gibbs. They got some track stars on this team, man.
So a lot of speed.
They're gonna be a fucking hassle to fucking deal with. And I think a lot of people, how it's going to start off is they're probably going to get their ass kicked by the Chiefs, and people are going to be off of them. People are going to be like, the
I think it'll be very telling how they come out against the Chiefs. Very telling.
I wouldn't put much in it. I'm not going to take much out of
it. Wouldn't you just be fucking impressed if they came out?
If they, I would be shocked. But
that's what I'm saying.
If they lose, whatever.
No, I don't mind losing.
Buzzsaw.
I know. I'm saying I don't mind losing, but it's kind of the way you go about it. Like if they get blown out, I'd be like, that's kind of underwhelming. But if they lose by a field goal and they're fucking them up,
I'm not gonna
write them off for that.
I'm not gonna write them off even if they get their ass kicked. It's not gonna faze me because they're running into a buzzsaw with the Chiefs. So I have full confidence in them. I love Dan Campbell. I think Dan Campbell's doing something special over there in Detroit. It's the first time in a long time that Ford Field has sold out season tickets.
Yeah.
For the Detroit
probably
Lions.
Since Stafford and Megatron.
Days. So it's been a minute, bro. I have trust in Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff showed us a little something last year. I thought he showed us a little fuck you to us, to his game.
I think I get what you mean by
that. I'm going to go over. Okay? 9.5. Anything
I'm not
else?
mad at you for that. I think it's wide open. They could win this division, though.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Let's go ahead and hit the Green Bay Packers, man. We're talking about the Green Bay Packers without
so different
Aaron Rodgers, man. Matt LaFleur back at it again. Adam Stenovich as offensive coordinator and Joe Barry as DC. Last year, 8-9, third in the division, missed the playoffs.
Start with the key losses one, please.
Yeah, key losses: Aaron Rodgers, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, and Adrian Amos.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers
all to the Jets. That's all Aaron Rodgers right there.
I know, 100%. But I think the loss of him will kind of be good in a sense because now it's this fucking guy who's kind of not happy with everything. Blah, he's kind of a curmudgeon, some weird shit like that. Hey, they got some nice young guys coming up. They got Lucas Van Ness, who might just be a fucking freak. Mm-hmm. Luke Musgrave, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, and
who killed it last year at the end of the year.
Yeah. And Jordan Love, Juan. Let's have a little talk about him. Slowly but surely, I've liked more and more what I've seen from him.
It was hard, that Chiefs game a couple years ago.
I will say this, kind of start randomly, oh shit, you're starting COVID year. Mm-hmm. But there was some moments last year where he came to the end of the game and I was like, the ball looks pretty good coming off his hand. Yeah. And I think he's proven that to them a little bit because they gave him some money.
I'm holding on. I'm holding on dear life for my Jordan Love stock. Okay. There's a lot of things that are changing in Green Bay. Okay. And this might be a blessing in disguise that Rodgers has left.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Jordan Love, I have confidence that he can show something this year. It's not about winning this year. It's about showing something. This roster is not meant to go on a deep playoff run. It's not.
I think it can make the playoffs.
It can make the playoffs, but it's not meant for a deep playoff run.
Yeah, and they got a lot of guys back, too, from injury last year, like fucking Rashawn Gary.
Yeah. They have, Jaheir Alexander, Rashawn Gary.
Jones and Dillon are in bad combination running the ball.
Yes.
There's lots to like about
Jones took a pay cut to stay in Green Bay.
Surprised he didn't go to the fucking Jets.
I know, right? But they have the two-headed monster with the running back, so they have an identity. They low-key found it at times last year, but...
Last year was just a mess for them.
Yeah. But some games, they wanted to find it with that run game. And we'll see what happens with A.J. Dillon, because I do feel like in the back of their minds, they feel like A.J. Dillon could be the bell cow. But it's like Aaron Jones just winds up coming up from the dead and make amazing plays in the pass game.
I think they complement each other really well.
Yeah.
So the over-under won 7.5. What are you thinking? I'm going over. But I think maybe that's where we differ because you went over on Detroit. I went over on Green Bay.
Yeah. I'm going to go under.
Ooh. Yeah. What's causing the under? Lack of faith in Jordan Love?
Lack of faith in just everything as a whole. Like Aaron Rodgers leaving. Jordan Love, first-year starter. It's not about winning this year.
It's his 5th year in the league, right?
Yeah. I feel like they can get right at 7. Like they won 8 games last year with Rodgers. I don't think they're going to improve from that or win the same amount with Rodgers. I know fans are hopefully thinking like it's a Geno Smith situation where it's somehow they improve without Rodgers. But it's going to be hard, man. It's going to be really hard. So I'm excited to watch how the Packers just move on from Rodgers.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting thing to watch. I'm good on the Packers. Got anything?
I think that's about it on the Packers. So
I'm sure Chicago's like, thank God this guy's gone.
I
The guy's in our fuck. This guy owns us.
So I'm going under. Max went over. Let's hit those Chicago Bears, man, who's a really interesting team. Bringing back Matt Eberflus. OC is Luke Getsy. DC is Alan Williams. Last year record 3-14, worst record in the league. Fourth in the division, missed the playoffs. Their over under this year is 7.5.
They've remade a lot of things about their team. A lot of people coming in. A few people left.
Justin Fields, obvious storyline. Is he going to break out? Do they low key tank it again?
No, I think it's all hands on deck, and I think that started with the way they approached the offseason when they were like, let's go get DJ Moore, let's go get Darnell Wright, who's a fucking stud.
Yeah.
Tremaine Edmonds, get that middle linebacker, Roquan replacement, basically. Funny because they're in the same draft class. Nate Davis. So you got 2 new starters on the O-line. Now the O-line, Braxton Jones, Tevin Jenkins, Cody Whitehair, Nate Davis, Darnell Wright. That right side's looking pretty good to the center. Mm-hmm. The other 2 I'm a little worried about. And they lost David Montgomery, but no big deal. Riley Reif to New England. I like Khalil Herbert. I like Devontae Foreman as a smash mouth guy.
I think Khalil Herbert was better than David Montgomery.
I would say so too. Look, the Bears, the playoffs is best case scenario for this team. I wouldn't bet on them making the playoffs. Would I bet on them being a little fun and spunky and like kind of surprising some teams? Yeah. One, I'm going to predict a big growth from Justin Fields. The win, it might not translate to wins, but you'll be like, oh shit, he didn't have 60 passing yards this week.
He's incredible, man.
Incredible.
Like, we've never seen anything like it besides Michael Vick, probably, because he is just so elusive. He is so fucking fast.
Lamar? The only difference is he's humongous.
Yes. He's just a little bit different than Lamar. But the passing does get ugly at times. But credit to him, I think I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, they were fucking bad.
55 sacks last year. And
yeah.
Some of it's him, but the O-line was bad. No weapons.
And the weapons sucked.
Yeah. I mean, it's DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool. That seems a little bit better.
Yeah. And a lot of people like Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool. I think those guys fit perfectly into the 2, maybe 3 situation.
And DJ Moore's a number
DJ
1.
Moore's legitimate. He's proven that he can be a number 1 target. They have at least 2 more years of good DJ Moore. They need to strike on it now.
Yeah.
But they got him some weapons. No more excuses.
No.
There's no more.
I like what they did, though. They're like, we'll see.
Yeah. And Darnell Wright, I fucking love that pick.
Ooh, I bet Justin Fields is going to love that fucking pick.
Yeah, most definitely. With all that said, though, 7.5 wins, I think it's one more year of bad football.
I'm going under. I think we're going to see a lot of flashes. Maybe they get 6 or 7. But if you get 6 or 7, I'm like, we're heading in the right direction. It's kind of like Detroit.
They low-key had a kick-ass draft class last year with Kyle Gordon and Jaquan Brisker.
Oof, I love Brisker.
Yeah, so we'll see what the defense can do. Maybe they bail them out, get a little bit more extra wins.
Still need some pass rushers on that team. Lacking pass rush.
That, and it's going to come down to Fields, man. So if Fields does, let's say Fields has like a really bad year, you move on?
Yeah, I think so.
It's tough, man.
But you know what?
I feel like if you're going to do that,
I don't think he is going to have a bet. No, because you got to bet on him. You got to look at it, though. He's only shown flashes. Like right now, you're like, fuck, do we keep him or do we trade him? You'd always keep the guy.
Yeah. Because they obviously like him. They had the number 1 pick. They could have went quarterback. They could have went Anthony Richardson.
They traded down, right? Yeah, big trade down. Yeah, they got
Bryce
DJ
Young,
Moore
CJ
and
Stroud,
shit. Yeah.
All that. So
how do you rank the teams in the division?
I'm going to go.
I'll start. Vikings, Packers, Lions, Bears.
Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears.
Lions number 1?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for them.
Yeah, I'm going to go Lions.
Who's your MVP of the division? Mine's Justin Fields. I think he's going to really show out.
I want to say St. Brown so bad, but I'm going to go Justin Fields also. Got to go with Jettas, bro. Come on.
Justin Jefferson. That's good. Coach? Dan Campbell. About time.
Dan Campbell.
Let's get him some love.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the year, I'm going to go Aiden Hutchinson.
This one was so hard.
Rashawn Gary, Brisker.
You know what? I want to go Jaquan Brisker. I wanted to go Jaheir Alexander, but I'm going to go Jaquan Brisker.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
That's it.
Anything else, sir?
I think that's it for the NFC
North.
All right. That's going to do it, guys. We appreciate you guys watching these NFL previews. Today we wrapped up the NFC North. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below whatever thoughts you guys have about the Bears, Packers, Lions, Vikings, all that good stuff, man. Until next time, we out. Peace.